Well, here's another of our evaluations of parts and pieces that are going into our sweepstakes 1022 package. What I'm showing you here is a tack hammer barrel from Adaptive Tactical. This barrel is 16 inches long without the flash suppressor, or not the flash suppressor, the compensator or muzzle brake, and it's 17 and a quarter with the compensator and muzzle brake on it. Now let me show you something unique about this barrel. Not necessarily unique if you've had some other competition guns, or if you remember the old Dan Wesson revolvers, how they had a tube inside the barrel shroud and a nut at the end that tightened the against the barrel shroud and actually pulled the barrel tight. This has got the same thing on it here. If I turn it this way there, you can see the 3 holes that the quote-unquote special tool would go in. If you back that off, what's going to happen is, if you look at this gun here, this is all steel all the way down to the end right here. You can see that from the fact that the magnetic screwdriver is sticking to it. Then it tapers down a little bit from this part to about here, and then it runs down full diameter all the way to this diameter at the end. And then this is just a heavy plastic polymer type sleeve, and then you have the barrel nut. So that slides on there, crank that down, pulls that tube really tight in there, and then you have the flash suppressor at the end. You also, when I first looked at this, I said, well, that's great. It's not going to fit over most of the custom receivers because the cantilever Picatinny rail here, which is a cool idea because it makes no difference whether your barrel droops or not in the receiver. It's always lined up with the barrel. Take the barrel out, put the barrel back in. It's always lined up because it's on the barrel, not the receiver. So in any event, I thought, well, that's not going to go on. It won't clear. Well, you notice these 2 screws right here. The reason you notice those 2 screws right there is because I took them out of right here and right here. Those 2 screws are what hold the Picatinny rail and this dovetail right here. And you can see on the top of the barrel that they do screw in there. And if you did that, you could go ahead and just put this in a receiver that does have the rail already on the receiver without an issue. Now, if I was going to do that, I would probably make myself a dovetailed piece to go in here, round it off and fill it in like a barrel blank, because that looks kind of the way it is. But anyway, not a big deal. So now we come down to the final issue. Will this barrel shoot? Now, it looks different, and it is different, and it goes generally in a different stock. But I'm here to tell you that this sucker shoots. Now, I don't know because it's the only one I've tried. It could be just an outlier that's fantastic, or it could be the stock that it's supposed to be in. I don't know. Or it could be just a terrific barrel on all fronts. Well, in the stock that I tested it in, which was AdTac's stock that actually holds it all the way up to the front here, and it really grips it. I was shooting tighter than the best target barrels that I've shot in the 1022 so far. Not only did it shoot the Browning Precision rimfire cartridges even slightly tighter than it did in the barrel in my custom 1022, but it also shot the CCI Mini Mags and the Federal American Eagles in visibly tighter groups as well. So this thing will do the job, and I'm going to have to find out. I'm going to see if I can get another barrel from them. I can't try this one because this is going off right away to the winter, but I'll see if I can borrow another one to come back and talk about, because if it will shoot the same way this does in that stock, in a standard stock, I'm going to be really impressed. And for $320, it's a lot of money. But if you can get that kind of accuracy, heck, it's cheaper than a Lilja.